What up? Let's talk about ghostwriters. Let's talk about how ghostwriters only matter in hip hop and why they only matter in hip hop. Because in any other genre, they'll be called writers. So why do we have this stigma in hip hop? Why are we so stubborn in hip hop to want to take credit for everything when in the physics of everything to produce the amount of music to go against the best, you pretty much have to have some type of help, some type of intervention. Kanye did it on My Dark Twisted Fantasy. He did it on that album. He had other people in the room helping him to write hooks, helping him to write the verse, helping him to do a bunch of different things. Even Rick Ross was there. Wasn't supposed to say that, but yeah, that was the truth. He was on the actual album too, in the room helping out. Nicki Minaj, everybody flew out to Hawaii to help Kanye with his album, and Kanye don't have no problems with ghostwriters or people helping him write. Dr. Dre don't have no problem with people coming in and helping him write. And these people have made some of the greatest albums, some of the greatest hip hop albums we've ever heard. So why is it that when it comes down to anybody, and I'm not accusing anybody of anything, you know what I'm saying? But why is it that when we need some help on something in hip hop, we feel like that's infringing on our success? Why is it that are our egos that high as songwriters, producers, rappers, whoever, even producers, ghost producing? Why do you gotta have a ghost? Why can't it just be why can't you just be a collaboration or a co-producer? You know what I'm saying? You know, and why can't you just add these people on as like they wrote a piece of the composition? Why do they have to even be a producer? They could have came in and laid like a synth line. That don't mean they produced the song. It could be one producer and maybe one co-producer, but to have all these co-productions, it's like you're not even clear cut on what people actually are doing on your project, because everybody's ego is so high. Everybody's ego is almost of a teenager's mindset, and all of this started out with the Pharrells and the Timberlands and the purists of the world, like the Jay-Z saying that he don't write down any lyrics. That's cool. That's cool, but at the same time, we thought that was the sport of music. We thought that was what music really is. No, that's why you got something called sheet music with lyrics and notes on it that actually represent melody. You actually had, I mean, anybody that's from my age, that when we used to sing songs and hymns, gospel hymns in church, we used to fold to the back of certain books. They used to have the book with the hymns in it. They had the Bible, and you go to that book, and it would be the musical compositions of all and every song that the choir would be singing. They would be like, go to this page for this song. Y'all may be too young to remember that, but that's how it was in the old churches in the South. So, and maybe this is only was for the churches in the real country South or Midwest, like Arkansas. I know we had it in West Helena. I know we had it in certain parts of because I'm from Atlanta, so I know we had it in here in Georgia, here in Atlanta. But I can't speak for all South, but I can speak for those two places in the deep South that we had that type of communication amongst music in the church and people actually singing along. So we had actual sheet music. You had actual people actually wrote down. They had to write something down to actually communicate it, and that's okay. A lot of people think that they fucking Jay-Z or they gotta be this person or that person. You ain't gotta be them people. We ain't rapping in the park no more with DJs, and we trying to have an official freestyle battle. If y'all want to have that sport, and all y'all people who want to do it on a major level, if y'all want to have this ego so big that y'all would just want to say y'all write out y'all stuff just to say y'all write out y'all stuff, which don't make no sense in the R&B world. I dare R&B singer to say, oh man, I write all my stuff. Well, you cutting yourself out of a lot of success. I don't know why you even approaching the game like that. Why you approaching the game like that if you trying to do it on a major level? Now, if you trying to freestyle in the park and somebody helped you write, that's a disrespect. Or if you didn't get nobody credit for writing it, that's a disrespect. So we gotta come to some type of agreement and some type of senses in our head to know that, like, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask somebody to help you with a certain song or a certain project, because at the end of the day, it's for the listeners. And I can tell y'all this, all y'all guys out there, yeah, y'all might think what I'm saying right now in hip hop, oh, you don't need to have no ghostwriters, is legit. But really, it really ain't shit, because it really don't mean shit to the people who really vote for it, that the DJ gonna listen to when they play it at their parties or wherever. It's gonna be the women. The women gonna make something hot. Y'all ain't gonna be twerking this shit. Y'all don't twerk. Y'all niggas don't make songs hot. Y'all niggas ain't shaking y'all ass. Y'all niggas standing on the wall with y'all motherfucking drink. So for y'all to sit here and talk about some y'all make something hot, that's a lie. That's a motherfucking bold-faced lie. So you need to come to your senses and know that you really doing this for the women, for the ladies. You ain't doing this for your ass to stand on the wall with your drink talking about some they don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. Oh, no, bro. No, bro. No. That ain't righteous. That ain't righteous at all. We gotta do it. We gotta do it for what its purpose. If you on mainstream hip hop and you doing music for mainstream hip hop, I don't care if you got ghostwriters. If you freestyling, like the freestyle battles they have online, and they have like on special occasions, like they come to certain cities and certain towns, and they have like battles against this person and a battle against this person. If they haven't help, then that's almost like comedians getting help. That's almost like what Cat Williams was saying. Yeah, you can have help writing the script. You can have help writing the script, and then you flip it to this, and then somebody else flip it to this, and they can add to it, because we making a movie. We making something actual for the masses. But if you just doing something, it's neck for neck, freestyle for freestyle, I can see why you got a problem with that in hip hop. Because I love hip hop. I might love hip hop more than y'all. I just don't do it as much. I don't produce for any hip hop artists. I do mostly Afrobeat and R&B. But when it come down to hip hop, it seems like I can use that statement with a lot of fucking stupid ass rules in hip hop. Only in hip hop. Only in hip hop that rule persist. Only in hip hop. Why is that? I don't know. Think about it. Only in hip hop. Like people saying, "Oh man, you doing something? You making it too musical." They only gonna say that in hip hop. Most of the time in other stuff, too musical only means that it sounds great. It could be too many instruments, but it can never be too musical. Sometimes in hip hop, people say it's too musical, and that's cool. I can understand why you want to like make a song breathe, but at the same time, you can't say somebody is doing something on that type of level. Because I hear it all the time. People have arguments of saying, "Oh, this person has a defense saying that, hey, we know you sample. Why don't you just not sample for a little while and make something from scratch, so that when you do sample, you can become 10 times better?" Oh man, you trying to tell me not to sample? Man, you can't tell me that. No, I'm trying to tell you how to get better in music. Only in hip hop do people get on the defense about that, because they want to feel like, oh, you trying to say that what I'm making ain't authentic. It ain't about what you being authentic, using a sample, using somebody else's melody. It ain't about that. What counts is that you can maximize on your resources to make the best song. That's what counts. That's what counts in R&B. I don't know exactly how y'all doing it in hip hop these days, but when I did hip hop, I don't care if I had to have somebody come in and help write the hook, or help sing the hook, or help do this and help do that. Like, we was bringing people in. That's making real music. That's making real songs. That's making real, things that gonna sound to the level that when regular people hear them, they're gonna be like, oh, that's done on a pro level. And the only reason why they hear it and they say it's done on a pro level, because many minds was put together to do that. They might only see one person on stage or two people on stage. It might be one person and a DJ. You know what I'm saying? They might look at the DJ as a producer, but just know that might have been 4 or 5 different people involved on that one song. But guess what? It don't matter at that time. Everybody that was involved gonna get their check, and everybody involved know that the person that's sitting up there on stage, that's that's rapping and that's spitting and that's performing at the highest level, they know they gotta take the flag and run with it from city in to city out, and they gotta put in the groundwork. They gotta take the ball and actually run with it and run through dudes' faces. You just gotta block. You know what I'm saying? If you're a co-writer, co-producer, co-composer, sub-writer, whoever, whatever you do, executive producer, just know that you just got to help them run the ball after it gets out there. And just know that just because my name ain't in the shining lights don't mean that the mission ain't done, because the mission is to get the song to the people. It's to get the song to the people so that the song becomes theirs. So that when they use that song they buy the single and they use it on vinyl, they stream the single, or it's so famous that people love it and they put it in movies and you get a big sync check. Regardless of all of the levels of how it can bring you money, it got to get to the people first, and people got to love it. They got to think it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to communicate that in a great fashion is to include a lot of great minds in that process. And that's how you can make great things happen with great people. At the end of the day, I always preach this in every video. It's about the damn people. Y'all missing the point. I think y'all missed the point in hip hop because y'all think that I have to take credit because I'm the producer. I have to take credit for doing everything, and you don't. You don't have to take credit for doing everything. You can have somebody help you and it not matter. It don't matter. It's cool. It's cool. It's okay. Like people will hear the song and they may not even know the producer. Most women don't even know the producer of a song or the writers. They just know the artist. They know the song title. Sometimes they don't even know the artist. They just know the song title. They know that song. So you guys got to think about it in that light. You guys got to think about it in the way of saying that, let me move past all this hip-hop restrictive rule bullshit. Because why? Who made the rule up? So you can be a purist? Because y'all motherfuckers want to be purists so motherfucking hard. Well, then go in the middle of the goddamn park and why don't y'all freestyle against each other? Let me see how that turned out. Since all y'all motherfuckers want to be so motherfucking purist. Y'all want to be purist so much? Go in the middle of the goddamn park, bring you a DJ, you get a mic, he get a mic, and y'all freestyle against each other and see how many people turn out. If they turn out and they pay you, then hey, that act works. But on a mainstream level, when we making records, we need real music to translate from us to the masses. And the masses is women. And women love to move, women love to dance, and women love music. They move to music. Whether it's a beat and it's just an 808, and the 808 got a melody to it, and they can dance to it. Regardless, you need to figure that formula out first before you actually think about it in the terms of saying that I want to do it for myself, because it ain't done for you. It's done for the masses. If you trying to do it for the masses, it ain't done for you to have some type of ego to say you some type of purist in the park. Now, if you want to enter some freestyle contests, it's a bunch of them out there. Be a purist on that level. But when it comes down to this mainstream music, you gotta look past that. Only in fucking hip hop. Only in hip hop, y'all niggas talking like that. Only in goddamn hip hop. Only in hip hop. Name me another genre they talking like that. Only in hip hop. They ain't talking about that in dance. They ain't talking about it in country music. They ain't talking about that. Definitely ain't talking about it in R&B. They're not talking about it in the pop side of popular music. They ain't talking about that in nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Why, when it come down to y'all, it's all about who gets the most credit. That's an ego thing that gets in the way of the music, because music is not about ego. Sometimes it is when the performer needs to perform that act, but when it comes down to making greatness and making great things happen, it's gonna take multiple people, and you should want that and cherish that. If you can't get past yourself to look towards having something great and drop your ego and involve other people to make great music, it don't matter if you're doing hip hop or anything else. You gotta move past that mentality. You gotta move towards knowing that it takes multiple names. When you look at the back of a real album, it's a bunch of thanks and it's a bunch of names of people that was involved. It's a big track list of people that was involved with the album to create an album, a great piece of work of art presented by the artist. So yeah, y'all gotta look past all this. Y'all gotta look past all this ego stuff. Everybody had help. Mike had help. Prince had help. Even the great Prince had help. Even though you might think, oh, he played 5, 6, 7, 8 different instruments. You look at the credits on his album, he had help. Just saying. Y'all think about it. Only in hip hop. Y'all move past that. Let's get off our egos and get to greatness. Meet some new friends, make some new friends, include them in your project, include them in what you got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm out.